Hello. And we are live. I think. 0 people watching. Mario, love your artwork, by the way. Kotlin? A lot of detail into that art. Mario Ultimate Art. Follow him on Instagram. Quite an artist. One of my pastimes. Doodling. Hi, Marx. Can you please read my comment from last video? You have me live. Why don't you tell me what your comment was? Be the easiest way. Troy? Best calves in bodybuilding history? Branch Warren? Somebody a lot leaner with bigger calves might be more famous for their calves. Mike Matarazzo, fantastic calves. Who's the best poser of all time? Best routines, best posers. Sean Ray's pretty good. All those guys were good. Kevin Lebroni, very underrated poser. What was your first bodybuilding impression? I watched Pumping Iron when I was just a little kid. They played it on TV or something in the 80s. Pumping Iron. It's too long. I was requesting Dorian 92 versus Dorian 94 and explain about the Church of Dorianism. Yes, the Dorianites, they pray to the Dorian. Yo, Charlie Jordan. Better abs and thigh, Sean Roden or Sean Ray? Sean. Pretty close. Lee Priest, he's got the best abs and thigh all time. Big Mark, you're a superstar. Little Mark, just a voice for bodybuilding. Jack Brother.
Well, I can talk like this.
What would suit me? This is my radio voice. I'm from Canada. If Lee Priest was 6 feet tall, I like Flex Wheeler more than Dorian, but better shape, better structure. That's just me. From the front, just from behind, it's a different story. You still watch wrestling? Not current stuff. I'm a high priest of Dorian. Join the church, you must be English. Baked beans? Really? Beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Ultimate Warrior versus Lex Luger. Very difficult to find any pictures. Those guys hitting shots. There's some pictures of the Ultimate Warrior actually competing on stage. And Lex Luger never competed. He had the bodybuilding gimmick. He was set to compete or do a guest posing at the Vince McMahon's WBF. He got hurt, got into a motorbike accident or something. Never materialized. So I wager to say Ultimate Warrior would defeat Lex Luger. Say peeled. Peeled? Peeled? Peeled. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. Hey, Mark, you're so good with the impressions. Some. Some. Lex was jacked. Lex was jacked. His first run in the WCW, he was really jacked. Big man's chest. He looked big compared to even Psycho Sid back then, the early WCW days. Best posing routine, Muhammad Makawe. Well, he posed weird, some might say. He was good. He'd just go to the pose and he'd really fast, maybe too fast. Sean Ray was more fluidly posing. That was the thing about the early 80s. They would snap the shots and then go to the next shot and go to the next shot and do it really fast. Yeah, if you like that style, love that Simpsons shirt. Excellent, Mr. Burns. Would you ever do Marx Max versus comparison again? I don't know. Who can I beat? Thanks for addressing the WWF matchup, bro. Where in Canada are you from? I'm just outside Toronto. New Brunswick. Nouveau-Brunswick. Le Français. I hate a fast poser. I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Chuck. Do you think with some of the recent bodybuilding deaths, they might change some of the bodybuilding? Like maybe not rewarding the most conditioned competitors? Now, that's the first smart thing I've heard about this thing. Talking about size. It's the condition. Mostly it's killing them. Age. And to get that dehydrated, that's how more of them died on the spot. But they won't do anything about it. There was always a lot of deaths in bodybuilding. Even in the 90s. Think about it. There's 20 bodybuilders back in the 90s. There wasn't many, is what I'm saying. Now there's thousands. So of course there's going to be more deaths. There was deaths back then. You beat the Rooster easily. It was an unfair setup. It was an unfair matchup. The Rooster would probably beat me in real life. He's a nice guy, by the way. Rick Krause. Him and his wife, very fantastic people. Nice people, good people. Hard to find. Mark, do accept. Mark, do accept your Lord and Savior as Dorian as your Lord and Savior. Do you mean? Who is your favorite wrestler? My favorite wrestler. Mean Gene Okerlund. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this package. Mean Gene. Can't get him in the shot. There. You can just see the top of his head. If you're just tuning in, that's Mean Gene's head. Nothing else. I miss Mean Gene. Build. Muhammad Makawe's routine was not an example of. Check it out. 84? Yeah. He's good. He just doesn't hit any back shots, just the side. Razor was my favorite. Hey, yo. Everybody, listen to me. Razor was good. He's a big dude. Killed a man, in his youth. Razor Ramon. Killed a guy. It was either him or him. Guy pulled a gun on Razor. Hey, yo. Grab the gun and what are you going to do, right? Isn't Phil Heath a lazy poser compared to LeBron? All of them. All of them. I watched the Brazil, the Arnold's Classics Brazil, even Rafael Brandao. I mean, a couple of them they try a little bit, but Kevin Levrone and them guys had a whole routine. Every single move was planned out, and it was awesome. It was awesome. My favorite, Stone Cold and The Rock. I started watching wrestling a lot before Stone Cold and The Rock. They were the best in the 90s. Before then, it would have been your Bret Harts, your Shawn Michaelses. Before that, your Hulk Hogan's, your Ultimate Warriors, Macho Man, Randy Savages. Ooh, yeah! Thinking. What is the value of a pro card now? What is the value of a pro card now that all these deaths are happening? Well, I think it's very valuable to get in there and prove that you can be a pro without taking too many supplements, getting too conditioned. But I guess you're not gonna make any money that way. Yeah, they're gonna have to slowly step back on what the correct criteria. I guess hard to do though. Can't say, oh, he's too conditioned. Last place. Oh, it's on an Arnold Sports Festival paying more than that was a big jump at the Arnold Classic. What did they get at the Arnold Classic for Classic Physique? I think Bumstead should have joined. Should have went in. Of course, he's the Olympia champion. You can't. Traditionally, the Olympia champion does not compete at the Arnold. 70? No, it was 60. Barry. Wasn't it 60? My age. 40. 40. 60. Yes, it was 60. I'm pretty sure. Quite a leap from last year. I agree. Ronnie Coleman kind of took the posing routines out of the judges' minds, I guess. Because Dorian Yates was a powerful poser. He was. Even in '97, you watch Dorian's routine, and it's like, well, he's pretty cool. His presentation thoughts on the J Masters versus Pomps saga. Don't know. You look 35. Thank you. You give me 5 years. I'm almost 41 too. But a month, not even a month. A couple of weeks. Sick Macho Man impression. A sick Macho Man impression?
Not feeling well, Elizabeth. I had too much margaritas last night. Me in bed and was brown. Oh my god.
That's a sick Macho Man impression. Marx, what's your thoughts on Roman? Not a fan. Oh, wait. You were talking about. I can't see your question. I thought you were talking about Roman Reigns. Ramon Dino? And I missed your question. I go by. If you had the genetics to place in the Olympia, would you take gear to do it? Of course. It goes with the territory, right? Marx Maxwell, you considered German open bodybuilding comparison Marx rule. I think I've done one like that. I think I've done a three-way German mass monster matchup. Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? Never mind who I am. I know who I am. Do you know who you are? That's the question. Who am I? Do you see Urs being the next classic champion? Or Ramon Dino? What about Terrence? What about Terrence? Favorite physiques ever? Mine's Rule. Physique wise, I don't know. Sean Ray's got a good physique. So does Derek Lunsford, for that matter. Kevin Levrone has a good physique. Robbie Robinson has an awesome physique. Schwarzenegger had a decent physique. More than decent. Sergio Oliva, good physique. Brian Buchanan, good physique. Do you train forearms? I don't know. A lot of axe chopping, wood chopping, woods working in the woods. Got another channel, always working in the woods, chopping trees down. That's an excellent forearm workout. A healthy Macho Man impression?
Elizabeth, get in here now. I'm feeling good.
Phil Heath did a live stream an hour ago. Must have missed it. I wonder if he's watching. Phil, if you're watching. Nah, who am I kidding? Man, top 5. Mr. Olympia 22 and 22. Big Rammy, Hattie Shupin, same as last year. Except we're going to take, I don't know if we're going to take Hunter out of that equation or not. They're really pushing for Hunter. It's going to be the exact same top 5 as last year. Exact. Rule in his prime against Big Rammy, depending on what era they're being judged. Condition, glutes, things of that nature. It's obvious. Big Rammy's going to win. But if it was back then, you never know. No, I don't watch arm wrestling. One of my father's favorite sports. Shout out to my old man. Well, I shouldn't call him an old man. He might be listening. Speak like Jay Cutler. Ha! I think last week all you guys wanted to hear Jay Cutler impressions. Big. How about a pro wrestling podcast? Well, got like 300 subscribers on my wrestling channel. Once I get up a little bit higher, I think I will do a once a week live stream on my wrestling channel and talk strictly about wrestling. Sorov. Oh yeah, you've done a German comparison. Or said Dennis James. Dennis James. Oh, without Dennis James, yeah. Should have put him in it. Love to seeing Phil commenting. I don't think so. What's the biggest you have ever been?
170 pounds.
Just a little fella. Just a little fella. Who do you rate as having the best genetics in history? Sergio Oliva. Sergio Oliva Jr.? No. His old man. For his time, he was unbelievable. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one. He trained with cream sodas and Twinkies. Marx. What about Gunther winning 2002? Any thoughts? He could have won. He was conditioned. He was big. Could have won. He wasn't the most aesthetic in a lot of the shots, so it's debatable. There was some other factors as well. Chris Cormier was good. Kevin Levrone was good. They weren't as conditioned as Gunther, though, and he was big. Loving channel, I don't know if anyone asked. Who are you rooting for to win this year's Olympia? Honestly, I would be the happiest if William Bonac pulled off the upset win. To be honest with you, Dan Bonac for the Olympia. Mark Hector. Can't wait to see him put on some size. Has a pro bodybuilder ever sent you an angry message? No. I've talked to a few pro bodybuilders. They're very nice. Very nice. Dwayne Walker. I've talked to Dwayne Walker. I've messaged them, reach out to them. Some of them don't get back to me. Derek Lunsford never messaged back. Messaged him. Natalia Coelho. She messaged back. Asked her if I could use her pictures for a video. Very nice woman. She's my favorite bodybuilder. Female bodybuilder. One of my favorite bodybuilders. Hattie Shupin winning would be most exciting. Are they going to let him win? Are they going to let him win? Those shoulders are awfully suspect. They're suspect. Greetings from Argentina. You guys got any pyramids over there? None? Augustine, Curti, Augustine. You got any pyramids? What do you think of the drama on Bodybuilding and BS channel? It's what he does. That's how he makes his views, how he makes his money. You like it? Watch it. If you don't, don't. I tune into some of the stuff. For the most part, I try to stay positive, so it's most of the drama news is kind of negative, so but I mean it is what it is. Some people think it's foolish to make comparison after comparison, but to somebody that loves bodybuilding, you couldn't get enough comparisons. Wrestling comeback when? Might do a one curtain call. One more curtain call. Do you think Derek Lunsford could place top 3 joining Mr. Olympia? Well, we have a live announcement right here and now about that. I made a video, I set up a video, and I will be posting it later today. Derek Lunsford, how would he have placed at last year's Olympia had he competed? So I took the 212 winning version last year, compared him with a bunch of lineups. I went back as far as the 16th place guy, Andrea Presti, I think he placed 16th, and then you go all the way up into, you guys will like it. You guys will like it, Derek Lunsford. And then I do compare him with the top 4. Marx, Max, Muscle, Bodybuilding, BS needs to be in sport. What do you mean? Were Brock Lesnar's traps as good as IFBB Pros? I don't know. He was good at popping them out. He always had them out. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. He was freakishly strong, Brock Lesnar. Not weightlifting strong, but animalistic type power. How to see C-Bomb lose just for the craziness that would be. Yeah. Who is that guy? It's a guy. Horse MD. He could beat Bumstead. Trust you me. Do you think bodybuilding needs to move away from mass more? Oh, no. I don't think they can. Once somebody's seen that type of mass, it's hard to go back, right? Let me try my other way. South Africa. Greetings from Canada. Why did Big Grammy keep winning? His body is not aesthetic. It's because he's so big. He didn't mean to be that big, but being big got him titles. He's big and he's conditioned is why he wins. He's the biggest and maybe, well, Heidi Shupin's pretty conditioned. But he's got the shoulder issues. I gotta watch that. I feel like Samson Dauda has better genetics and a good opportunity to win the Olympia than Regan Grimes. Thoughts? Well, them two dudes, honestly, there's a bunch of them. They got nice tall structures. Rafael Brandeo, it depends on who's conditioned the most. Really. What are the judges to do? They're all aesthetically pleasing. Big Ramy is aesthetic compared to Jay or Ronnie? No. Jay was very aesthetically pleasing. Never once did he have a thick midsection, things of that nature. He looked good. Do you think you could judge at the bodybuilding show? I'd like to give it a try. Who will be the top 5 men's open this year? If Sean and Derek competed, Derek would be in there. Sean would not. That's a bold statement. Oh, just thought a great comparison. Mark Hector versus Quentin Beastwood. Quentin Beastwood. Wow. He's awesome. Quentin Uriah. He's awesome. He could be the next Ronnie Coleman. Structure-wise, he's awesome. Monsters are needed. American. Oh, you're going a little too fast there, guys. Cedric McMillan had the genetic ability to push the drugs and diuretics. Didn't he push it too hard? If. Hey, man, can you say you're into... Can you say you're into for me? What? Haha, I just love your intro. All right. Yes, I'm Argentinian. Cool. What about the pyramids? Any? I want Ramon Dino to beat Bumstead this year. No. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Mustafa will be in this. I don't think so. I don't think he's qualified. He hasn't competed much. After the Olympia, did he compete? Hassan? Compete once. Needs to nail the conditioning. Do Greg Doucette. He's not natty. He's on steroids. Shout out to Greg Doucette. Yeah. He's all right sometimes. Sometimes. Don't turn your back on him, though. That's for sure. Hey, Marx. Love your work, man. Do you think Brandon is fading away due to his age? Well, he's fading away because he's concerned about his health, and that's just me speculating. I honestly think he's figures, I'm going to be as healthy as I can. And if the judges like me, obviously he won the Arnold. If the judges like him, so be it. He'll keep on continuing, but I don't think you're going to see Brendan Curry much bigger. He's not going to be pushing that because he is no spring chicken. Isn't he 40? Is he not 40? Will have much better ability to tolerate hormones. Well, guy like it depends. A guy like Kevin Levrone, they say he would get completely off everything in the off season, and then he would go back up. He takes time off. He gets it all out of his system. Who wins in a bar? Jesus or me? Well, it depends on when it was. I mean, in his salad days, he was eating bread, doing carpentry. Probably had a good bicep on him, but once they strung him up, I mean, skin and bones. Be no contest. They nailed him to the boards. Who would win? Who will win the 2022 Mr. Olympia? Big Ramy. Watching from Egypt. I know you guys got pyramids there. 3 big ones plus more. Way more. Thoughts on testosterone? No thoughts. Just this. That's it. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how much thought I give to that. What do you think about Nick Trigilli? He's got a good bodybuilding channel. He'll dig up the dirt. He's smaller but better condition. Yeah. Folks were smaller back then. Any thoughts on World's Strongest Man this year? I haven't checked out the World's Strongest Man. I should be ashamed of myself. Been really busy with bodybuilding the last couple of years. I used to always follow that. I could list off all the champions at one time. Oh, Bill Kazmaier, Mauricio Pudzianowski, Jean-Paul Sigmarsson, Magnus Samuelsson. Whole bunch of them. Nick Walker versus Big Ramy versus Marcus Rule. This would be a good comparison, yeah. Marcus Rule. You guys like Rule, eh? Rule was freakier than Ronnie. Ronnie was leaner, but Rule bigger. From behind, Ronnie was just too much for Rule to ever handle. It's just too much. It was so big. Very big. Favorite non-Mr. Olympia winning bodybuilder and why? Who's my favorite bodybuilder? Robbie Robinson. He never won an Olympia. Who should have won an Olympia and never did? Who should be the most deserved guy? Well, it's difficult to say too. Who's the best physique that never won one? Sean Ray was pretty good. Kai Green was pretty good. Heck, even Gunter Schlierkamp on Crown Mr. O. But that's, like I said, there was probably better physiques. I mean, 1 year later, 2003, Ronnie Coleman would have defeated that version. It was just Ronnie was off, to be honest. Flex Wheeler, he was the bodybuilder that never really realized his potential. His back was so good earlier on in his career, that rear double by, and then it faded away. His front got bigger and his back got smaller. Brian Buchanan, my favorite. Austin Arsenault. Brian Buchanan is his favorite. What tribe you are, Marx? Flex, Sean, Kevin, Nasser, etc. Yeah, basically, there's the list. There's the classic list. And then, there's your Tom Platzes. Your Tom Platzes. 1981. Danny Padilla. You throw axe like a pro. It's all in the forearms. The forearm workouts. Yeah, I can throw an axe. Which one do you prefer? Short, peaky bicep or long? Depends on who's representing it. Depends on who's representing it. The peaky ones look good from behind, but you want them thick, full ones from the front. Hard to say. Hard to say. Johnny! Johnny! One of the best built men I have ever wrestled. This guy commented there. I used to wrestle with this guy. Best physique. Well, Zane had a pretty good physique too. More detail for Versace. What do you think of Bob Paris's reason for quitting? I don't know. Maybe they bugged him because he was gay. No. He felt that he should have won, I think, in, what was it, 85, 86? And he placed so low. He had a very good physique. But I think it was the mass monster era was coming in. And honestly, a guy like Bob Paris, his physique would have ruined it. 2007, Martinez should have, yeah. But then again, that was the year. Is that saying Victor Martinez should have been deserved? I'm sure if that 2007 Victor Martinez was in 2009, they wouldn't even have much noticed him because of Jackson was there and Big Branch, peaky biceps in a most muscular. Yeah, from behind it looks good, but most muscular, yeah, the peaky ones like a Hattie Shupin, they don't look good. They don't look good. Arnold's look good. Cool voice, first time seeing you live. Why, thank you. This is my radio voice. Ladies and gentlemen, interview with Marx Max Muscle. Do you think vacuum should be mandatory? No. The judges should definitely reward it. Do you remember when you fell in love with bodybuilding? What was it? Ever since I was just the same size as this guy, I was just a little kid. I watched Pumping Iron and Franco Columbo. He was stronger than all these big guys, and I was just a little wee grasshopper. So I thought that was cool. And geez, I could get stronger than these big guys. Of course, I never did get that strong, but you know what I'm saying? So, sang. Your voice and looks don't match. You sound like you are 6'6", 260 pounds of pure muscle. Yeah. Don't ever pick a fight with me on the phone. Used to intimidate people. Excuse me, did you say something to me? I'll be at your house in 20 minutes. The people would move. This little guy would walk by. Who's that little guy? What's the toy? Who's that? It's Mean Gene Okerlund. Announcer, WWF announcer. Mean Gene. Where's Big Ramy? He's in Egypt. Probably in one of those big pyramids. Trying to figure out how they built them. Have you considered the idea of the upcoming bodybuilders that have the same genetics and structure as old bodybuilders? Krizo reminds me of Dennis Wolf. Really? Really? Wow. No. Krizo. Nothing like Wolf. He's got the big peaky biceps, calves. Come on. Where are you from? Where are you from? Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, wait. That's it. Very inappropriate. No need to be strong with that voice. I still try to lift some weights. Do you even lift, bro? Post-ab workouts. Oh, sorry. A little too fast there. Godzilla versus King Kong. I love King Kong. Honestly, I love King Kong. I would be rooting for him, but Godzilla would win. Can he breathe fire? He's like twice as big. He's the size of a skyscraper. Godzilla or King Kong's a natural being. Godzilla's like a product of chemicals and the calves. Al Beckles had my favorite short, peaky biceps. Yeah, Beckles was great. Beckles, maybe one of the best guys never to win the Olympia. What music do you listen to as you work out? I like rap, to be honest. I don't want to offend anyone that likes country music or something like that. You listen to what you want. I like rap. Not into like heavy metals, and used to listen to Metallica. I want immigrate. You want to immigrate? You want Rue immigrate to Canada? It's 2. They won't let you in unless you can spell. Were you ever bullied in school? Bullying is the cornerstone of society. I had 2 older brothers. One used to pound the crap out of me, and I thank him each and every day that he did. You got respect for logic if you get bullied. You have respect for people. These new breed of people that were never bullied and cuddled, they're going to get out there and they're going to, get punched in the face by Mike Tyson is exactly what's going to happen to this new breed. Whatever. No. It's the people that invented invented the bridge, invented the steam engine. These people were bullied. Lou Ferrigno was bullied. Without bullying, these people would not exist. Should men's physique show their legs? Yes. They should have a different division. Men's physique, show legs. Can't judge a physique without the legs. Got to have a flow. You got to see everything. Why cover up the most important part? It ties everything together. It's a waste of talent, is what it is. What happened to Sunit Jadhav's forearms? Genetics, maybe? Louis Marco, I think, tore something in his biceps that ruined his forearm. Something can happen. I don't know. Whereas it's both, I'm not sure. It's genetics. Genetics. Look at Branch Warren's forearms. Not the best. Kai Green's not the best. Long forearms for Kai. Do you ever see how long his arms are? Wow. I have high hope for Bonac. Yeah. Bonac and Samson, yeah. Why not? Why not? New music after 50? Well, I figure that your brain can only handle so many songs, and you got all the older ones, and it's like that's it. No more new songs. That's it. I like music. I like different types of music depending on what the situation is. Everybody dance now. Bow, 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 bow. Everybody's pants down. Men's physique with legs, yes. It'd be the next a smaller classic physique. You could call it classic junior. Light classic, have classic, and then heavy classic. Too many divisions? They shouldn't have so many competitors. They should only allow so many pro cards. They should only allow so many pros, period, a year. Watered down all these sports. You know so much about bodybuilding. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you. Go talk to Johnny Hansen. He forgot more about bodybuilding than I'll ever know. People like that I look up to. Natural Mr. Universe, Johnny Hansen. Go watch his videos on YouTube. Full information. Samson is 28 years old now. Jesus, I thought he was way older. Who's Jesus? Must be some Spanish guy. Probably a nice guy. Did you see any Indian bodybuilders coming in Olympia? Yeah? Oh, gosh darn it. What's his name? He's an Indian. He was in 1988. Shangram Shalgar, something like that. Sangram Shalgar, something of that nature. Indian bodybuilder in the Olympia. Shangram. What about Carlos Thomas Jr.? Be interested to see how he stands next to the other guys. You got to see that. Premchang Dagra. That is it. Premchang Dagra. It's exactly who it is. And he competed till he was a little bit older as well. They say he was natural. I don't want to get into the whole natty or not. Is Breon Ainsley having a better chance in 212? Yeah, to win. To win. What kind of name is what? Mark? Same as yours, Mark. Well, Mark. Well, Mark. Daniel Barton. Mark, do you live in the Highlands? No, but I have Viking descent. I get Viking blood in me. Just a guess. Who genetics would you rather have? Flex Lewis or Bo Lewis? Bo Lewis has a good physique. I'd much rather look like Bo Lewis. He's bigger. Way bigger. In fact, I would probably take Bo Lewis's physique over anybody in the history of the IFBB. Bo Lewis. Phil Heath, 2011. Ronnie Coleman, 97. Phil Heath. Justin Trudeau. I don't want to get into politics, man. Nick Walker. All politicians are equally as evil. If you don't think they are, that just means they're smarter and you haven't caught them. Bo Lewis or Bo Jackson. Told you, Bo Lewis. Bo Lewis. Bigger. Love from India. Love from Canada. We need more Arnold impressions. Arnold impression? You guys ever watch Predator? When he's laying there covered in mud, he goes, "He didn't see me." Why would he say that out loud? He might have heard that.
Come on, do it. Kill me, I'm here. I'm right here. Do it now.
There. Fall into position and situation. Your favorite WWE wrestler? Mean Gene? Mean Gene? Bam Bam Bigelow? I like Bam Bam Bigelow. Bam, bam, bam. Here. Bam Bam doesn't stand. We'll lay him down. Mikey's Iron Rage. I haven't, I think he pretty much gave up on his channel. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He was just showing posing routines, just things of that nature, and that's not really. You're not going to grow doing that. Hey, I wish everybody the best. But if somebody's doing something against you, negative, don't just stand there. You got to, He was stealing my videos. And I didn't even copyright strike him. I just made a video and told everybody that he was stealing my videos. I don't like copyright striking people. It's not up to me to decide whether they fail or succeed in this life. It's up to them. The year is 2035. Men's physique competitors are 280 pound on stage. Open class is regulated to the garage out back. Well, come on now. Love your Cutler. Can you do Yates versus Coleman? I've done many matchups. Nobody is talking about Manatosh Roy in India. Everybody forgot him. Message retracted. Oh. Nick Walker saying he is aiming to make his waist half-inch smaller. Is that possible? Of course it is. You know how much food these guys are packing into their guts each and every day? A lot. A lot. Do you think men's physique should come back? What are you talking about? Beach body, like bikini. No. Rid of them shorts. Peter Clintsier? Just looked at a picture of Peter Clintsier. I can't think of who Peter Clintsier is. He's competing in the Indy Pro, is he not? Oh, that's the guy that backed out, or he didn't back out. It was traveling issues. Yeah, he looks good. He looks good. He looks like Michael Criso. Criso. So cool, you're doing this. Been watching for years. Hey, I owe it to you guys. I'm donating an hour a week to you guys. Live. If you can't do it live, then it's pure knowledge. You can't read anything. I can read it from my hand. I'm not one of these people. You guys see this type of person? Constantly. You ask them a question, but 20 minutes later, they go like this. And it's like, nothing. Don't worry about it. You'd be better off messaging them. Some of these people. Live from woods of Canada. And that's, speaking of which, my internet. Not the best up here, but I have a different computer. This is my wife's computer. So I'm hoping that it is a lot clearer than last week, but maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. Do you watch the UFC, MMA? I try to. And it moves so fast. Whereas back in the day, a champion would be champion for a while because of probably politics. Realistically, the best fighter in the world is constantly changing. It's who's in shape. Everybody knows everything now. So the guy way down here could beat the champion. Whereas back in the day, the champion was pretty darn good. And there was a few people that could defeat them, but Michael Carrizo might have the best arms in the front double ever. No. Yeah. Lee Priest looked pretty darn good in the front double. What about Max Muscle? Long arms and short biceps. Mike Matarazzo. Take a look at the front shots on him. Who do you think had the greatest back? Take a look at the back. Oh, for his time, Franco Colombo had the best back. Dorian Yates had a good back. Ronnie Coleman. Phil Heath. Phil Heath might have the best back. Peace out. Like that picture of Bob Paris there. I think Michael Carrizo has the best arms ever in the most muscular. Phil Heath's most muscular. Look at his arms in that shot. Oh, what about Kevin Levrone? Kevin Levrone's arms in that front double, the hands clasped. Joel Stubbs. Now there's a guy that he looked good for his genetics. The guy was 6'4" or something like that, and he looked pretty good. His legs were so elongated because he was so tall. It was hard to fill out those quads. Ever consider taking roids? Not anymore. I made it out without it. If you're not if you're not a competitive, if you're just a gym bro, I honestly don't see the point of taking steroids. It's a competition thing, if they're doing it, they're competing, you want to win. Hey, there are risks. That's why not everybody's the champion. I think it's because he tore both quads. Yeah, but he probably tore them squatting big heavy weights. Big long leg people like that, it's hard for them to squat. I can imagine. Do you think it would reduce the stigma? Bodybuilding, steroids, and celebs are more open about it. They are, really, compared to back in the day. Who's your favorite former Mr. Olympia? I don't know. Franco Colombo is one of my favorite bodybuilders, and he was a Mr. Olympia. But to say the 81 Franco Colombo was the best. NPC, Judge, hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, well, there's a lot of juice heads in the movies. I don't mean juice heads. It's kind of derogatory term. Do I even lift? Yeah. Been holding this coffee for 54 minutes and 11 seconds. You only got 6 minutes left. Ralphie? I lift moderately. Scale down because of my age. I don't want to really push it. How many real contenders for the Olympia in the Open do you see? Well, what do you guys think? Ian Valier could push for the Olympia title? Hunter Labrada? You think he'd be a good push for the Olympia title? Maybe Nick Walker? Howdy shooting? Edward Kowak? No, he's passed on to the next world. Could Derek Lunsford battle Sergio Oliva Jr. for the best genetics? Sergio Oliva Jr. doesn't have the best genetics. His dad did. Sergio Oliva Jr. has a hard time taking criticism on social media, I think. I don't get it. I think some of these guys would be happy, people talking about them, you know. He said, "Hey, I want to make the announcement," he said. They were making the announcement that he wasn't competing in a certain event. Don't be telling people. Don't be telling people then. If you want your business so, personal. It you look like you're in your 20s. The funny, I miss all these comments, but I see these ones. Ian has no chance. Well, a guy placing as high as he does has a chance. I mean, there's a chance that so many people will get injured or something. I don't wish anybody to get injured, but somebody placing in the top 7 at the Olympia, there's a chance they can win the Olympia. If you have the genetic to be Mr. Would you take roids? Of course. What do you think I'm going to do? Sit at home and twiddle my thumbs? He said, Senor, I seriously hope Ian Valliere does not enter the conversation with Mr. Olympia. No. He's Canadian. I find that too, Mark. I find that too. But I don't want to ruffle his feathers. I like his physique, things of that nature. Yeah, he does seem to get... Yeah. If you had the genetics to be Mr... Didn't you just ask me that? That's what you look like. What? I was faced with a 30-year-old deciding not to do it. If nobody else shows up, he's definitely got a chance. There's been Mr. Olympias where only one guy showed up before. Justin versus Hunter Labrada. Yeah. That would be a matchup. Bumstead would be a better physique. Bumstead, I don't think he could win the Open. He's too lean. He's good. Lunsford, he could win the Open. He could also lean down and win the Classic. I think he's the only guy in history that could win all 3. I know he would have to lose 75 pounds. He's a young man now. Who do you want to win the Mr. Olympia title? Who do I want? I already answered that earlier. William Bonac. It would be cool to see Bonac win the title. Open for C-Bomb? No. Favorite food? Oh, a lot. My favorite food. What do I eat the most? Fish. Sardines. Herring and sardines. Pasta. Love pasta. Rice too. Oh, this might be better than mine, but I have thoughts on going around in different things. I don't get it, Raphael Witt. I don't get it. I just do not get it. How the heck is Derek Lunsford going back to 212? Yeah, he's looking pretty big. He's looking quite big. I think Hattie Schuppen's chances are over. Yeah, they just seem to see the shoulders, and he doesn't like it. Fish is so good. I got to eat more of it. Yeah. Fish is good. Hattie, Bonac, and Curry are all done. Don't count Bonac out. Don't count Bonac out yet. Bodybuilding is not a sport. Well, it's a pageant. It's a pageant. Somebody holds 100% the future, your future of the win or the loss. Whereas any other sport, besides figure skating, I guess. So boxing, you can go to the judges or UFC, but you can knock somebody out. You can't knock somebody out in bodybuilding. Kind of. That still doesn't mean that you're going to win. Hey, Mark, love your channel. Following you since 3,000 subs. Wow. I'm almost at 30,000 now. Marks, do you own chickens? No. I might be soon, though. Omega-3s, yes. I take fat pills all the time. Always take fat pills with my vitamins. Yep. Good to have omega-3 fats. Soon you will have 3,000. Yeah. 30,000. Yes. Yes. Justin Rodriguez. Shoulders are a suspect. Yeah. I've noticed that too. Target. Yeah. 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 Favorite physique in the UFC. Kevin Randleman.
Unbreakable Kevin, a Randleman. Unbreakable Kevin, a Randleman.
He was jacked. Kevin Randleman, get out of his way. He will knock you the beep out. May he rest in soul. Many bodybuilders knock themselves out. Oh, just like a punch themselves in the face. I'm not a fan of Justin's physique. He's got a lot of impact in those back shots, I have to say. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we are in an hour. I promised you an hour. We are over. We are now over an hour. So we will wrap this up. Any important questions you guys need to ask me? Anything that needs to be answered right now? Anybody having problems with life? Deal with it. Ultimate Warrior, Triple H, Physique, Warrior for sure. Do you consider the greatest bodybuilder? Greatest bodybuilder? The greatest bodybuilder? Represent the sport? I don't know. Arnold is the most known guy. Lee Haney's probably the best entity in bodybuilding. Maybe Sergio Oliva. Hard to say. Anyway, guys, girls, wait till next week and we will do this all over again. Get some good questions ready. You'll get into the routine of being available to ask me some questions next Thursday. All right, guys. Stay tuned for that video too. Derek Lunsford. Where would he place, or where would he have placed last year? Hard grainy nature in your raspy. Hard grainy nature.
Oh yeah, hard grainy nature.
All right, guys. That's it. I could continue on for hours and hours. I got to get something to eat. Fish. All right. Peace out.